minute since I did this. Here we are now. So I guess I need to go into what really happened.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault.
Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Landon. It is so nice to meet you. If you're new here, so glad to have you. All of my returning people, hey y'all, what's up? Today's video is none other than like a sit down chit chat update, what's going on, what's been happening, because I've taken a sabbatical from YouTube. Oh, I'll call it sabbatical, and just like trying to do a lot of things to like align my life and just taking a mental step away from everything social media, or not everything social media, because I kind of still been like posting on Instagram. Shh, don't tell nobody that. But I haven't really filmed for YouTube or just like done anything with YouTube. This is my initial return, I guess, to YouTube. First things first, starting off, in my sabbatical, I have been getting out a lot more and just like going out on the town and just like spending time with my friends and just like having fun out in the city and around and about. And throughout like that time, I've literally had the most exciting and enjoyment in meeting some of you guys. I've ran into some people at some bars, and I ran into some people at the gym, like other people at the gym, aside of just like the people that I've previously ran into. I've just been meeting like new people that I've run into at the gym. Like, I just watched your YouTube video the other day, and I'm just like, oh, how'd you like it? It honestly, y'all got my friends picking on me now. I will say, y'all got my friends thinking that I'm just like this celebrity or something, because they're like, oh child, we gotta have bodyguards for Landon because he got people coming up to him and like saying like, oh, we know you from YouTube, we know you from YouTube. And I'm just like, first of all, my subscriber count is not even like all the way up there, but I will say we have grown a lot. Okay, we've grown a lot. So my friends have been clowning me for that, so thank y'all so much. It was really like amazing just like meeting all of you guys and just like, I don't know, like just being out and about and on the town and just like vibing out. Like, y'all see like how I am on YouTube. It's kind of like how I am in person, a little more reserved than normal. But if you catch me at a bar, oh baby, I'm going to be singing and I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to wind my hips better than Shakira. Probably I can't do that, but yeah, I'm going to be sitting on the wall somewhere like a little shimmy, little dance here. Like, I'm not going to do too much, but I'm gonna shake a little, you know. I don't really got that much to shake, but I'm gonna just shake a little. That's all I got to offer. But yes, that has been an amazing experience, just like meeting you guys and all that stuff. So thank you for that. Thank you for being there, even though you didn't know that you needed to be there, but thank you. The most questions I've gotten on my previous video, which was a self-care day that I literally filmed y'all last year. I filmed it at the end of last year. So before I decided to take my sabbatical, I literally filmed that video. And then I was just like, you know, I literally have to take a break. Like, mentally, everything is just draining me right now. So I took a break, and I just never got to edit that video and just put that out for you guys. So I was able to do that, and I put it out for you guys. And the most questions that I've seen on that video is just like, Landon, where have you been? And so I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to give them a little insight as to what's been going on in my life, because I figured you guys would want to know. Like, it'll be interesting to know, like, okay, you taking a break from YouTube, what did you really have going on? Because a lot of the times when I feel like his name is like Lawrence, he would ask me, where's the camera? Where's the camera? And I'm just like, you know, like, I'm just like doing a project at work, which I was doing a project at work. But then I also had the Microsoft thing that I told you guys that I was working on. So that started this year too. So I had to prepare for that. So that started, and honestly, it's been amazing. It's been so good. I've been learning a lot of data analytical like stuff and terms, and working through how to make like statistical like data and all that stuff. It's been amazing. It's been great. So I've been learning a lot with that, and that's like a whole 8-week thing. It's almost towards the end, so I feel like I'm finally freeing up a little. So been doing it so good with that. The project that I was telling you guys that I was working on, so that project was actually like an interview that I had about with a software engineering team. And so with that, I had started the process in September of last year. And so after the initial like conversation, I had that. And then like from September, October, November, December, like I haven't heard anything, like no words whatsoever. So I'm just like, okay. But then like January is when I like heard back something from it. And so then it was almost like schedule this interview for that. And then you had like other interviews after that came like instantly almost. And so it was literally going through that process. I just wanted to make sure that that had my undivided attention as well. Because as you all know, software engineering is something that I really, really want to do. And so I have been working like so hard towards it for, I don't even know how long now. Just been like taking the time to actually do stuff, make projects, and just like keep my mind fresh on just like things that I could do. So I've been doing that. did that, and that was almost like the deciding factor on whether or not I would move to Dallas, Texas or not, or stay here in Georgia. And so the outcome of that, first, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So I will say going into it, I had high hopes. High hopes for a good turnout. As anybody would when you're interviewing for something. I really had high hopes for it, but I'm one of those people that even though like I want to prepare for the best, I also prepare for the worst, but I prepare for the worst more than I prepare for the best, because I feel like the worst will probably hurt me more, so I have to prepare myself mentally for that than the best. I don't know. That's just the way that my mind works. Not saying that I'm looking for the worst to happen, but just in case it does, I know that in my heart, in my heart of hearts, my heart is protected from the worst happening. And so what happens? The absolute worst. And the way that it was like delivered to me was kind of just like, it was kind of like off-putting in a way, and it wasn't clear at all. Granted, I feel like the person who was delivering the message was just like super sweet and wasn't really trying to give that communication to me, which it was kind of it. Just know that everyone loved me. Everyone loved me. They even offered some other like concessions to me, but overall did not pick me. Yeah. So I had to go through that. And that was more so like an internal thing. And I'm really, 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 really happy for the people that I did tell that I was going through that, like in my real life. Because I didn't really tell anybody that I was going through that or like going through that process or anything. Just like knowing the outcome of that was able to provide me comfort and just like, you know, just be there for me. And so I really, 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 really do appreciate that from those people. Outside of that, of course, I had to go to therapy on top of that because I just needed something or some way to process my feelings that was very unbiased, that didn't really know like the outs and in, because like we talk a lot in therapy. Like my therapist, like I feel like we like know each other. However, she knew I was going through the process as well, and we kind of just like had high hopes together for it, and it kind of just, I don't know, but I did have to go to therapy to just like work through the feelings of that. And what I explained to her, and just like what I explained to anybody, is the same thing I explained to you guys with the whole preparing myself for the worst, because oftentimes I do get, I wouldn't necessarily call it the worst, but I do get the unfortunately a lot. And so I'm just like, okay, even though just like my personality is and like how I give it off to you guys, that's how I am for everything in my life. And so when people say like they love me, or like they want me on the team and this and the third, like it's almost kind of like, do you really though? Because I feel like if you loved me, you really wanted me on the team, you would have made that happen, but you didn't. So what was the deciding factor, you know? So that's always like in my thought process. But then I had to remember back to like one of these Sundays I went to church, and like I remember the pastor preaching about sometimes you just don't need to know the details. You don't need to know like what's the in between of like why something happened or why something didn't happen. All you need to know was the outcome of what happened and how to move forward from that. Right. So I'm like, okay, like maybe I just need to know the details, but it's okay. Like I'm good with knowing the outcome of that, because then it lets me know what I need to do from here on out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. No, I didn't even tell my mother. And I only told her after the fact because like I was telling her like, oh yeah, like I didn't get it. And a lot of like what else is coming up that I'm about to tell you guys about was around that opportunity in itself because my lease is coming to an end. Hooray. And so I've literally been like struggling back and forth in my head of like, do I want to move? Do I not want to move? But then like I know that I want to move because where I am now, I've been here for 4 years. Just dealing with the leasing maintenance or like the leasing company maintenance, the property management maintenance has been an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare. And it literally started year 3. So year 3, like after year 3, I was going into year 4, just like renewing my lease. And like year 4, it only gotten worse. And so I, as a resident, like I'm one of those people that I don't really complain a lot, or like I really don't have a lot of issues that come about. But when it does come about, I feel as though like if I'm paying you monthly rent, you should be able to fix whatever it is that I'm telling you. Because it's not like I'm walking around this bitch and banging shit and like breaking stuff. I don't do that. Like I literally keep up with my apartment. I have always kept clean spaces. And so even with a dog, like you would think that somebody that has carpet throughout with a dog, the carpet would be so dirty. The man came to clean my carpet and was like, oh my God, like you have a dog and your carpet is not as bad as all these other people's carpets that I've cleaned in my day. He was like, your carpet is, he was like, I literally walk into people's apartment and their carpets are black. Mind you, the carpet color is supposed to be like this beige color. Their carpets are black. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get down like that. Even my dog knows I don't get down like that. Absolutely no. That is atrocious. But that goes to say, like, I keep up with, like, a lot of my stuff. Really, I don't even want to go into detail about it. But they literally find every which way to piss me off. And I feel like it's really hard to piss me off. So a lot of times I be having to, like, sit back and, like, really, like, hone it down. Because it be a lot of moments where I'm like, bruh, ain't no fucking way. And I give a lot of grace. Don't get me wrong. I give a lot of grace when it comes to things that I feel like are about to piss me off. So instead of it actually pissing me off, I take a deep breath. I collect myself. I collect my thoughts. I become more humbled. Okay? I think of all the different possible outcomes of the situation, whether I go from angry as hell to handling it with grace. And a lot of times I choose to handle it with grace. It may take me a minute to process, but a lot of times I choose to handle it with grace because if I do it angrily, okay, somebody's going to be in jail. And I'm betting you it's probably me. So I'm just not trying to go down that route. Like, I feel like it takes more energy to be mad at something than to just like be like, okay, you know what? How can we collectively fix this issue together so that way we don't run into this again? That's the type of person that I aspire to be, okay? I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be angry. That's not what I want to be because that takes a lot of energy. I'll be asleep for the next 3 days because you took that out of me. So I've been trying. I've been holding it down over here, okay? But they have been pissing me off lately. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, it's really, really time for me to go. I did put in my notice. I'm not renewing here. So that's been a whole nother thing because I don't know if you guys remember, but last year I did some apartment tours. And so like I viewed all these apartments. Of course, like around the time that I was viewing them, I was way before like my lease would like technically end because it doesn't end until March sometime. And so like I was way before, but however, I was just like out there trying to see like what it is that I wanted, what it is that I didn't want as far as like color schemes, as far as like amenities and things of that nature. And I was able to find like a lot of the amenities that I do want, I want them because of the convenience of it. Like, for example, electric vehicle charging stations. I love that. I want that because I have an electric vehicle. Parking deck. I don't want to walk outside and get rained on. I would rather have a parking deck where I could just walk from my apartment through my building and into the parking garage. Get in my car. Thank you. Like, that's what I want. Dog wash stations. I don't like to bathe my dog in my tub. I literally take him to like, Hollywood Feed to bathe him there, or I would just get him groomed. But like in between time when he doesn't necessarily need to be groomed, but just need to be bathed, I would take him to Hollywood Feed and pay like I think $16 to bathe him there. But to have a dog wash station at your apartment, you literally don't have to pay anything because guess what? That's already included in the amenity fee that you pay monthly. Okay, convenience. Thank you. Thank you. Co-working spaces. I work from home. So being able to just like come out of your apartment, just like breathe a fresh air in another space and just like quietly work. Love that. Love the idea of that. Whoever came up with it, amazing in apartments. Amazing. I want that. I want a gym where I can like come from upstairs in my apartment, come downstairs. If I feel like I want to run for like 30 minutes or like on my lunch break, I could just come downstairs, go running, come back upstairs and just get back to work, you know? You know, like literally convenience of it all. That's what I'm looking for. When they have these apartments that have stipulations of like, okay, so the gym is only open till 10 o'clock. What's the barrier in having it open 24/7? Like, why can't I use my access card to open it 24/7? What y'all doing in the gym after 10 p.m.? Like, hello, like what? I can understand a pool, which I don't really get in pools like that anyway. I do love a good pool setting, but I don't really get in pools anyway like that. My thing is the gym. If the gym is not 24 hours, baby, we don't have no deal. Like, I'm not signing a lease for that because I feel like you're restricting my time. Exactly. So, yeah, going through that process and just like trying to navigate what space I want to be in as far as like what area of Atlanta I want to be in. One thing about it and two things for sure, I'm leaving here. I'm leaving this apartment. I'm not staying here again. Looking around in different areas trying to see like, okay, do I see myself living in this area? Like, is it convenient enough to like where I go to the gym? Like a lot of stuff that I do like outside of my home, like is it convenient to those places? So it's been a lot of that, and I definitely be talking about that a lot in therapy, and I just literally had a therapy session today, so I've literally been talking about it all day long. But I have been doing the footwork, so good thing of just like being on top of my P's and Q's for that and dotting my I's and crossing my T's. But just like aside from that, do have some amazing videos coming up for you guys. So stay tuned to the channel. If you're not subscribed here, go ahead and do that. Thank you. And click the bell so you're notified every time I post. I try to post on a weekly basis. Sometimes you will get 2 videos out of me on a weekly basis, just depending on what I'm doing. But I want to start incorporating different things in like my YouTube channel, not just vlogs. I kind of want to do other stuff too for you guys. So I'm still figuring out that piece of it, but give me time, okay?
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
But I'm trying to get away from like the whole fitness idealistic vibe that I give off, because like even though I love a good fitness like routine and I just like all that stuff, I don't want to give off just that, you know? Like I feel like there's more to my personality than just like fitness. So I'm trying to like reel back from like the whole fitness. However, in my sabbatical, now let's get into this segment of it. I have been getting reached out to by a lot of different brands. Just like reaching out to me via email. However, y'all, I've been so scared. Like I've been literally so scared to like take the opportunity, because I remember watching a TikTok way back and it was kind of like, you know, people are starting to scam people. And that because, you know, a lot of people are trying to become content creators and things of that nature. And so like you have people who are sending these emails trying to get your information, like your address and things of that nature, say that they're sending PR packages and all that stuff. But they literally get your stuff and try to steal your information. And so I've been so scared. And so like I'm looking at these emails, and if the email does not end in a company's email, like absolutely do not respond. And so I've gotten some where it does end in a company email, but then it'd be like stuff like, do you really see me promoting that? Like what made you think that I would promote that? I remember somebody reached out to me about jock straps, and I'm like, yeah, I don't wear those, but thank you for the offer, I guess. But yeah, so it's just like some of the stuff that I get sent is almost kind of like, I don't know. You just gotta pick and choose your battles wisely. And some of the stuff, like I'm very, very grateful, and I'm very like humbled in knowing like there are brands that are watching me. However, y'all, I be scared because I don't know if there's people like out there trying to scam me. But then again, on top of that, if it's not people trying to scam me, the type of brands that's reaching out, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that goes with my brand. on like what I'm trying to put out there into the world. So we're gonna have to say no to that opportunity. But thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I've been going through all of that too. But yeah, I feel like that was like a mouthful. But I do have so many great things coming up for you guys, especially with my whole moving experience, and just like once I finalize where I'm going, it's only up from there. Like, we are about to clean this apartment out. We're about to go through almost every single thing, because I feel like over the years I've collected so much. So I have to go through every single thing, figure out what I'm taking with me, what I'm not taking with me, what I'm throwing out. So just going through that process, I'm going to film the entire thing. We're going to be moving together. Like, I feel a part of me is kind of scared, but I know I'm so comfortable here. Like, I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone a lot lately, so I know a move is going to take me out of my comfort zone, but I want somewhere else to call home, especially newer and more updated, and that gives me all the amenities that I really desire. Like, at my apartment now, I don't even have a charging station, so imagine me having to go charge my car, which luckily enough, I don't drive a lot now, so it's kind of been like okay. And also looking at reviews, okay, of how these management companies are treating their tenants, like going through every single detail of the review, because I need to know what y'all are not telling me on those tours. But yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff coming up, so hopefully you guys are ready for the ride, because I definitely am. I am scared, but I'm also knowing that God is on my side and that he will not fail me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So yeah, I know you guys probably have not seen him in a minute, so I'm just gonna let y'all say hi, or let him say hi, because he's literally like trying to creep up behind me. Simba, come here. You gotta say hi to your uncles and aunts. Hold on. Oh, put your paw. Say hi. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. No. Okay, look. Oh, there 'em go. Him babies. I feel like Simba has matured so much over the last 2 months. Well, maybe 3 months. I don't have to put him in a crate when I leave the house now. He literally sits here and wait for me to come back. He lays by the door, just wait for me to come back. And I know this because I have camera set up. I have started to turn on cartoons for him, because I really see that he really enjoys that show Bluey. So I turn on Bluey for him and have him like literally watch Bluey. He's been such a good dog. He's been such an angel. He's been hanging out with his uncles a lot lately, so that's been a thing too. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the update that I really have for you guys. Hopefully this is able to provide more clarity as to what's been going on, where I've been, but I'm really happy to be back and on your TVs, computers, phones, all that stuff. Hope to see you guys soon. We're gonna get this year started with on the right foot now that we are officially back. So I will see you guys in the next week's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.
My sleep. Niggas pressure up on my heart, I can't breathe.
Say make a mad.